Good day, kids! Another day, another learning! Good day, everyone! In our previous lesson, we have learned comparing and contrasting. So I know that you are now familiar with this. So for this video, we will be comparing and contrasting contents of materials viewed to other sources of information. Nowadays, we receive different information from different sources. So we need to be vigilant on the information that we receive because some are true and some are fake. Because of this, we need to develop our skills in comparing and contrasting subjects or ideas so that we can be able to make wise decisions and apply them in our daily life situation. These skills are necessary in enriching our knowledge in finding reliable and credible sources of information. What is comparing and contrasting? Comparing is showing the similarities and contrasting is showing differences between two things that are related in some way. Study this picture. Can you tell the similarity? What is it? They are the same book, isn't it? That's their similarity. Since you gave the similarity of the two books, you are already comparing them. Let's look at the pages of the two books. Book A has 250 pages, while Book B has 340 pages. Do they have the same pages? No, they differ in the number of pages. Another is the cover. What can you say about the cover? Do they look the same? No. So, this is another difference between the two books. By showing the differences of the two books, you are already giving the contrast. Now, let's proceed to getting information. Where do we usually get information? Look at these pictures. What do you see in picture 1? Can you see applications from your cell phones? Oftentimes, we get information from Google, from YouTube, or Facebook, from videos, and others. These materials are called online materials. How about in the second picture? Can we get information from it too? Yes, this is what we call broadcast material. So, we have two sources of information. We have online materials and broadcast materials. What is online material? Online materials are learning resources that are made available online. Some examples of online resources are blogs, podcasts, audiobooks, ebooks, videos, mobile apps, web pages, social media, and emails or electronic mails. But take note that in accessing online materials, we should be careful and vigilant with the authorship, credibility, and authenticity or truthfulness of internet documents, since some sources may contain unverified or fake information. What is broadcast material? Broadcast materials are resources transmitted to public through radio and television. Examples: public service announcements, daily news, weather forecasts, interviews, documentaries, comedies, movies, sports, and advertisements or commercials are typical examples of broadcast materials. Now you know the difference of online and broadcast through comparing and contrasting. Remember, in comparing, we can use tables, Venn diagrams, charts, graphic organizers, and others. We have here words used to compare and contrast materials. Under compare, we have same, similar, similarly, in the same way, the same as, both, like, in common, as well, also. Under contrast, we have differ, different, difference, however, but, like, although, even though, on the other hand, while. Here is an example of comparing and contrasting content of materials from online sources. Study the pictures. They are examples of editorial cartoons taken from online newspapers. Observe the similarities and the differences presented in the table. The editorial cartoons tell us how COVID-19 affected the world and the number of cases continue to grow as months pass. Every day, its effect to the economy, education, and to the lives of people is becoming worse. Let's compare and contrast the two pictures in a form of a table. Let us start with the drawing or graphics. Similarity, they are both picture of a globe. Difference, the first drawing shows half part of the globe was eaten by the COVID-19, while in the second drawing shows COVID-19 did not attack the world, for it has fence and was locked. Let's move on to the meaning. Similarity, there is a threat of COVID-19 pandemic to the world. Difference, the first drawing means half the world is infected with COVID-19. On the other hand, the second drawing means the world took precautionary measure by giving a strict lockdown. No one can go out and no one can get in that prevent the COVID-19 from entering the world. Let's look at the theme or the topic. What is the similarity of the two pictures? The threat of COVID-19 pandemic to the world. The difference, the first drawing's theme is without lockdown, COVID-19 might infect the whole world, while the second drawing's theme is with lockdown, the world will be prevented from being infected with COVID-19. Let's look at the attractiveness of the drawings. Similarity, they are both attractive. They can catch attention. Difference, first drawing, dangerous. Second drawing, peaceful. Let's look at the labels. Their difference is they differ because the first drawing has no label, while the second drawing has COVID-19 written on the padlock. We have also example of comparing and contrasting contents of information from broadcasts. We have radio script, and then we have an advertisement. Let's compare the two. by using a Venn diagram. What are their differences and what are their similarities? So let's start with compare. The similarities of the two are both internet broadcasts are promoting medicines and they are both made from herbs. Let's move on to the giving of the contrast or the differences. On the radio broadcast, you can see that picture of the product is not shown. Harmful chemicals are mentioned and it is restricted for adults. While in the internet broadcast, product was presented with the picture, shows how the picture or the product looks like, and more than 2 benefits were listed. Do you know now the similarities and differences of online materials and internet broadcasts? Let's sum it up. There are 2 sources of information, online and broadcast. Online materials are learning resources that are made available using your cell phones and computers, while broadcast materials are resources transmitted to public through radio and television. We use compare and contrast in knowing the similarities and differences of online and broadcast, as well as getting information in finding reliable and credible sources. This ends our lesson for this video. I hope that this will help you in your studies. Goodbye for now. Till next video.